If you are doing any of the following things before you work out, not only will you have less strength, worse pumps, and higher risk of injury, you are actually leaving serious gains on the table and you're killing your own performance. In this video, I'm gonna go over the 10 worst things to do before a workout, and I'm gonna tell you what to do instead so you can feel strong, you can feel focused, you can feel locked in, and you can actually maximize the gains you're making with your time in the gym. So the first mistake that's actually so easy to avoid is arriving to the gym dehydrated. If you haven't drank water and you're watching this video within the last hour, you're probably already behind, because even just 1 to 2% of fluid loss can drop your strength significantly. It will make you lose focus and your pump will be worse inside the gym. So you need to arrive to the gym hydrated. You need to be drinking 16 to 20 fluid ounces of water before you even step foot in the gym. There's no excuses for this one. Okay, coming in at number 2, we have blasting mega doses of caffeine. This is taking 2 to 3 scoops of pre-workout, thinking that you're actually doing something good, but you're not. You're not only just wasting pre-workout, you're actually hurting your own gains, because all you're doing is setting yourself up to have the jitters, to spike your own heart rate, and eventually have an energy crash, likely while you're at the gym. So stick to 1 scoop of pre-workout max. As a full-grown male, you do not need more than 400 milligrams of caffeine before you go work out. Anything over that is not going to help your performance. Pre-workout is meant to make you feel good. It's meant to help with the pump, help with your focus, and you want to use it as a tool to help you feel dialed in. You don't want to use it to give yourself a panic attack while you're at the gym. Do not ever crush long cardio sessions before you lift weights. Don't hop on a treadmill for 45 minutes before you go and do your heavy squats. You are just burning through the glycogen stores that your muscles have, and you are frying your nervous system before you even get to what you actually went to the gym to do, and that is to lift heavy and build muscle. Do your cardio after you lift, or save it for a different day entirely. You can do cardio and you can use it as a tool to help you lose weight, but you don't need to be doing it before you work out. There's tons of time in the day to get your cardio done. Now, this next one is a mistake I actually made, and when I stopped doing this, it made a huge difference in my training, and that is eating a big, heavy meal before you lift. I thought that the more fuel I had in my body, the more energy I would have for training. But if you're eating a high fat or high fiber meal, within an hour of training, you are going to feel sluggish. You're going to feel nauseous. You might even feel bloated in the gym. That food is going to be sitting in your gut while you're trying to lift. It's not going to feel good. You're going to feel like you want to throw up while you're working out. You need to have a light meal 60 to 90 minutes before your training, or even a shake. Shoot for around 20 grams of protein and 30 grams of carbs from things like fruit, rice, or honey. I have a lot of friends who are athletes. They do athletic things, but what a lot of them don't understand is that if you are sleep deprived, there's almost no point to even stepping foot in the gym. If you are on no sleep, your cortisol is high, your testosterone is low, your reaction times are gonna be worse, you're gonna be a lot weaker. Having an adequate amount of sleep actually directly affects your coordination, your motor control, your motor unit recruitment, and how focused you really are when you're inside of the gym. So you're probably not just tired, you're more likely to get injured, and you're just making almost no gains at all if you're going into the gym sleep deprived. So what is even the point? You need to make sure you're rested before you work out. So to protect your gains, to build muscle faster, sleep 7 to 9 hours every single night consistently. Now, if you're fasting too long or you are on really low carb, you need to understand that carbs are a tool for the gym, and no carbs is kind of like going into the gym with no fuel. You are gonna run out of gas pretty fast, especially on heavy compound lifts, which is where you're gonna progressive overload the most, where you're gonna build the most muscle. And if you're running out of gas, you're gonna have weaker lifts, but you're also gonna have weaker recovery and weaker gains. So just make sure you're not going into the gym training on an empty stomach. Have something like a whey protein shake and a banana. It will make a huge difference if you can time this before you go into the gym so that it hits you and you have all that energy while you're actually in the gym hitting your compound heavy lifts. Now, whether you've been in the gym for a while now and you don't like doing all these warm-up sets, or you're just not lifting a ton of weight yet, so you think you don't need to warm up. You need to stop going straight into your heavy compound lifts. You can't just walk into the gym and throw 225 on the bar and start repping it out. Maybe you can, maybe you're strong enough to do this, but what you don't understand is your joints aren't ready yet. They're not primed. Your nervous system is not ready yet for this weight. So you need to slowly work up to your heaviest sets, especially if you want all the gears to be turning smoothly and you want your lifts and your gains to be the best they possibly can. Okay, this one kind of shocks me that people are still doing this. You need to stop doing long static stretching before you lift. Your warm-ups need to be dynamic. They need to be from moving around. If you're doing long stretches before you lift, this is a bad idea. They actually reduce your force output. They make you weaker, and they actually can increase your risk of injury. Do dynamic warm-ups with things like bands or a lighter amount of weight on the bar before or as you work up to your heaviest sets. Now, are you seriously going in the gym to sit on your phone and scroll on social media? Even if you're scrolling on Instagram just trying to figure out what to do, you're not only wasting your own time and taking yourself out of the present moment and destroying your focus, but you're actually letting your body cool back down when you're supposed to be working out. So have a written program, go into the gym with a plan, know what you're gonna do, know your lifts, know your sets, and stay off of your phone while you're working out. Now, the last thing you need to stop doing is jumping into a new exercise cold. You run around the gym, you find a new machine, you think it looks cool, and so you jump on that machine and you do the max weight you think you can. You are literally asking to get injured. You're asking to tweak your shoulder. You need to ease into new lifts with lighter weight. You need to build up the weight over time and make sure you have perfect form. Your connective tissues, they need time to adapt. You don't need to run in the gym like you're a little kid testing out every new machine on the playground. If you're in the gym, you need to start training smarter. You need to understand that training smarter will build you more muscle. It will make your physique go to the next level. So here is your step-by-step pre-workout game plan. Start with 16 to 20 ounces of water before you even step foot into the gym. Eat 20 grams of protein and 25 to 40 grams of carbs 60 to 90 minutes before you go to the gym. Limit your caffeine intake to just like 1 scoop of pre-workout. You don't need to overdo it. Do dynamic warm-ups and do 1 to 2 ramp-up sets before your heavy lifts. And go into the gym with a plan and actually stay focused when you're inside of the gym. Avoiding these 10 mistakes will boost your performance inside the gym. It will protect you from getting injured. It will make your workouts more productive, and you will build muscle faster if you avoid doing these things. We all have friends who have dry scooped 3 scoops of pre-workout before they go in the gym, and then they feel like shit or they feel really nauseous, and then they wonder why. So save this video if you need that perfect pre-workout game plan. And if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to reach out to me on Instagram. My goal really is just to help you guys. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. We're building the best version of you right here, right now.